Welcome back to Azimuth Podcast. I am your host, Kimberly McNabb, and with me is my husband, Barrett McNabb. Today we have the poltergeist of narcissist. I'm back! Megan Rapinoe is back in the spotlight. She claimed that her Achilles injury in her last ever game is proof that God does not exist.
Now, last ever game, meaning we don't have to put up with her anymore?
Well, I thought she had already done it, but yeah, thank God. So, in her post, she said, I'm not a religious person or anything, and if there was a God, this is proof there isn't, Rapinoe said. That's just fucked up. 6 minutes in, and I eat my Achilles. So, would she say that people who still believe in God after something truly horrific happens, I don't know, author of Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl, who survived a concentration camp, is he stupid for believing in God?
Well, clearly not. I mean, believing in God, it provides purpose, direction, motivation. It's not that bad thing happened, therefore there's no God. God is the one that takes you through the bad events in your life. I think I really enjoyed this poster that is on a lot of refrigerators, and it's footprints in the sand. Mm-hmm. And it has two sets of footprints in the sand, and it's going through this person's life. And at the most difficult periods of time in the individual, there's only one set of footprints. Mm-hmm. And the person said, this is the hardest time of my life. Why is there only one set of footprints when I was walking hand in hand with Jesus Christ? And Jesus responds, that's the time that I was carrying you. And so then there were just the one set because it was Jesus's footprints carrying the individual through the tough times. So, I definitely disagree with her statement.
Well, there are people that take their good times and, flip it around. So, for instance, in England, there was this poor man who lost his baby girl, Indy Gregory. She had this mitochondrial disease, and the health department would not pay for her treatment, would not allow her to go to Italy, where she had been granted Italian citizenship, for treatment. And so, she just died, and the dad has used that to believe in God. He said, I was in such hell that if there is such a hell, well, then there must also be heaven. And then if there's a heaven, there's God. So he has used it to believe in God.
Right. And I think she, there was a Christian outreach group that was helping him through the care and trying to file the lawsuits in order to get her to go to Italy. In fact, the Italian government offered her Italian citizenship so that she could go to Italy to get treatment, and it was denied. But still, he had her baptized. He had her baptized, and he said that he's planning on getting baptized as well, because just to your point, the hell that she went through and that the family went through, and the kindness and compassion that the Christian organization showed him and his family and his daughter, inspired him and made him a believer.
Yep. And, her narcissism is like, oh, something bad happening to me, that's fine for other people, but if it happens to me, something bad happens to me, oh, no, God can't exist. I mean,
right.
That's just very self-centered. And she's not thinking about the fame. She gets to play sport.
Right.
For millions of dollars, endorsements for millions of dollars, things that people can only dream of. And, oh, no, tore my Achilles. And guess what? She's an athlete.
It happens. It happens.
There are athletes, they work their butts off. They finally get to the NFL or whatever in game one.
Aaron Rodgers this season.
it's game over, like career-ending injuries, and she's in her last game. Now, it did happen when she was like no contact whatsoever.
Right. So she was just jogging to get into a position and then just collapsed on the field. It is kind of funny. I've always said that I think she was really injured, but I've always said that soccer players are literally the best actors in the world. Go ahead and watch a soccer game, or a football as they call it in Europe and the rest of the world, and you'll see some minor contact, and a player
like
will
5 and
writhe
6-year-old
in pain.
getting injured.
It is.
I'm hurt.
They
I
are-
need a Band-Aid.
They are writhing in pain, and they're looking for a yellow card or a red card, and they don't see one. They're like, oh, okay, and they hop right back up. So I mean, they're truly it's an Academy Award worthy event every time I see a European football club play soccer.
Well, even before the SAG strikes, I think the athletes would have made better actors and actresses than some of the stuff we get.
Probably, but still, I can't. I just can't understand the narcissism of her. Just absolutely insane. And again, make this all about me, and let's do.
Meanwhile, October 7th in Israel are happening.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like, come on.
She could have used her platform in a couple of different ways, and I
Yeah.
think she chose the worst one.
Yes.
Now, how old is she?
Well, she's 38, and I mean, I'm older than she is, but I'm guessing ingratitude, narcissism, just hate for anything and everything can really show in physical bodily form.
Right.
Now, I am wearing makeup, not great at it, but I'm at an age where I'm not able to fake my age. Sorry.
I think you look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. While we all know that good people should not actively wish
Sure. Yeah,
for
absolutely.
bad things to happen to people, but we have to admit there's a little guilty pleasure in appreciating in God's sense of humor.
And God does have a sense of humor. I think we've both seen it. But yes, no, we don't ever wish ill will on anybody. And I hope she does have a speedy recovery. I have torn my Achilles tendon when I was a cross country athlete in high school, and it's no fun. And it hurts. And she did a good job of congratulating her past teammates as she's going off the field. But still, in the press conference afterwards, to kind of throw a flag down on the sport as she's walking out the door just seemed like it was in bad taste.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you for tuning in, and please stay tuned after these messages.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for listening. If you enjoy our show with all of the stories we share, we would love your support.
And it's as easy as clicking that subscribe or follow button. This will ensure you never miss an episode and keeps us bringing you these important stories. Your support makes a huge difference. Thank you so much for being part of our podcast family.
Thanks, and keep tuning in.